Hello and how's it going everybody? It's Peanut here again from the YuGiOh channel. How is everybody doing today? It's the holidays and everyone's got a lot of free time, so I thought I would dedicate this day to bringing you another deck profile. This one is primarily just for a lot of fun, however it is really dangerous. It is very good. Again, plenty of variations and ways of building this deck in particular, and this is Mermail Atlantean. So basically with Mermail Atlantean, it's primarily monster effects. You want to watch out for the back rows and everything to try and get as many monsters through as you can to do that damage to your opponent, generally all in one turn. You don't want to be putting all your monsters out on the board for them all to get destroyed, because it doesn't really recover particularly well. However, can make really dangerous plays. There are plenty of combos available in this deck for exploitation and to give your opponent a really hard time. So what we're going to do today, guys, we're going to go through the card list quickly, outline a couple of choices, and then I've got a couple of gameplays just to stick on the end of the video just so you can see how it performs and what it does. And then yeah, you can let me know what you think. So first of all, we'll start with the spells. I play one Abyss Scale of the Mizuchi. This can be searched via Abyss Megalo when it's special summoned by its effect. And basically when a spell effect that was activated on your opponent's side of the field resolves, negate that effect and send this to the graveyard. It also equipped only to a Mermail monster, it gains 800 attack. So again, for Abyss Megalo's attack twice effect, when it tributes another water monster, it gives it 32 instead of 24, so it can be really useful. Now I use Tool of Darkness. Now this might be a bit strange in here, but it is strictly for the Gen X controllers. They're the only darks I play in here. You'll be surprised how often this ends up in your hand out of the Gen X Undying Search, so it's not as dead as you think. One Book of Moon, just to flip troublesome monsters face down. This is an effect I don't like or anything, or something that's going to kill me. Can be used as a bit of defense. I'm using double instant fusion. Obviously only got one fusion monster as the target, but I do want to see it if I can. 1 for 1. This is to get Neptuvis the Atlantean Prince out. He's a massive playmaker in this deck and a lot of use to you. Regeki, just a bit of board clearance. I'm playing one salvage. Some people might want to play more than one, but I don't tend to need it all that often. One Soul Charge. This deck, this card in this deck is just insane. You can go from being on the back foot to back on top again, no problem at all. Soul Charge is still crazy. Playing triple Twin Twister, because even though we do have Marksman's blow up set cards effect, you don't want to be running into back row. You don't want to be special summoned into an opponent's field that's got 4 face down cards in it. It's just not going to end well for you a lot of the time. Solemn Strike and Warning's pretty much your enemy as far as it goes. So just Twin Twister in them before you start special summoning is quite important. Playing 2 Gen X controller for the monsters. So this is searchable via Undyne. When you when it's normal summon, send a water monster from your deck to the graveyard, and then add a Gen X controller to your hand. Now this is more to get the water monster in the graveyard to activate the effect than it is for the Gen X controller. That's just an added bonus. It's a level 3 tuner as well, so it helps you go into your synchro plays. 2 Atlantean Dragoons. This is probably one of my MVPs of this deck, apart from Neptuvis. Just all level 3, all lower sea serpent type monsters you control can attack your opponent directly, which is great. But when this card's sent to the graveyard to activate water monster's effect, add 1 sea serpent type monster from your deck to your hand, except Atlantean Dragoons. So all the sea serpents in this deck that can add to your hand, including Mill and Glacier. We've got so 2 Dragoons. We're playing 2 heavy infantry. When it's sent to the graveyard for a water monster's effect, you can target a face-up card on the field and blow it up. And also you can normal summon 1 level 4 or lower sea serpent type monster in addition to your normal summon or set if it's face up on the field. Marksman, basically when it's sent to the graveyard for a water monster's effect, you can destroy a set card on the field, which is great again. And when it inflicts battle damage to your opponent's life points, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower Atlantean Sea Serpent type monster from your deck to the field. Another good card in this deck is Deep Sea Diva. So when it's normal summoned, you can special summon one level 3 or lower Sea Serpent type monster from your deck. So it helps with getting into synchro plays, helps get Neptibus out of your deck to set your plays up a little bit. Really good card. Shame it's at 1. Triple Genix Undying, just for dumping your water monsters and activating their effects and setting your plays up. You want to see this early game, really first turn. It'd be good. First turn going second, if you don't have a great hand, it is a big help. Double Maxi, just for a bit of contingency. If your opponent's going first, where you want them going first, and special summoning, gives you a few extra cards to do something with. Or if you want to try and limit their capabilities or what they're going to do, a lot of people will stop when they see Maxi. Don't want to give you too many cards if they know they can't beat you that turn. I'm playing one Abyss Gund. I'm only playing one of this because you don't want to see too many too early. So if it's discarded to the graveyard, you can target one Mermail monster in your graveyard, except Mermail Abyss Gund, and special summon it. So a lot of the time I'll use it to either get a Megalo back or an Abyss Teus. Triple Abyss Megalo, because this card's a beast, so you discard 2 of the water monsters to the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand, and when you do, add 1 Abyss spell or drop card from your deck to your hand. So I'm only playing one target for that, which is Abyss Scale of the Mizuchi. But it is a special summon monster, and then obviously you contribute 1 face up attack position, water monster you control, and this can make a second attack during each battle phase. This thing's like an OTK machine, it's crazy. So playing 2 Pike, again this is a bit of a play extender. It sort of fills some gaps in where you might not be able to trigger water monsters effects too much, and it helps you get to the cards you want. So when it's normal summoned or special summoned, you can discard 1 water monster to the graveyard, add 1 level 3 or lower water monster, so 1 level 3 water monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use the effect of Mermail Abyss Pike once per turn. You know, you can discard your Dragoons to search for any other Sea Serpent type monster, and then obviously you get Pike's effect as well, to add a level 3. So it's just brilliant for that sort of stuff. And we're playing 3 Mermail Abyss Teus, so this requires you to discard 1 other water monster to the graveyard, special summon it from your hand, and when you do, add 1 level 4 or lower Mermail monster from your deck to your hand, which again is great. Searching out your Mermails, getting the cards you want to make the plays. This is all combo based. It's not complicated combos, just reading the cards and knowing what they do when they're sent to the graveyard as, you know, the main point of it, to try and get enough damage on board just to finish your opponent off or to control the field. Yeah, really helpful like that. So Moon Glacier, the Elemental Lord, can't be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned from your hand by having exactly 5 water monsters in your graveyard, and cannot be special summoned by other ways. And when this card's special summoned, discard 2 random cards from your opponent's hand or their entire hand if they have less than 2. You can only use the effect of Moon Glacier, the Elemental Lord, once per turn, and if this card leaves the field, skip the battle phase of your next turn. So this, yes, you've got to have exactly 5 water monsters. There's probably been about 2 or 3 occasions in about 50 games with this deck where I've not been able to summon this. And that's usually because I will search it out with Dragoons when I know I'm going to have 5 water monsters in grave, and then special summon it, just to clear opponent's hand, take away any potential of a comeback which they had anyway, and then continue doing what I was doing. It's a brilliant card. I wouldn't use more than 1. Because then you will start opening with it, and that's bad times really. And then probably the best card in the deck for all-round performance is going to be Neptibus, the Atlantean Prince. So you can get this out with 1/1 Deep Sea Diva, just normal summoning it. You can send 1 Atlantean monster from your deck to your graveyard. I usually send Dragoons via this. Add 1 Atlantean card from your deck to your hand, except Neptibus, the Atlantean Prince. So if you summon this, send Dragoons, you get to search and add a Sea Serpent with Dragoons, and then search and add an Atlantean with Neptibus as well. And then if this card is sent to the graveyard to activate a water monster's effect, target 1 Atlantean monster in your graveyard, except Neptibus, the Atlantean Prince, and special summon it. And you can only use each effect of Neptibus once per turn. So yeah, what I'll do a lot of the time is I'll summon Neptibus, dump Dragoons, search the 2 targets, use them for Abyss Megalo, special summon Megalo, dump the other two. Let's say the opponent's got a set card and a face-up card. So I've searched heavy infantry and marksman, blow up the face up, blow up the face down, then tribute Neptabyss for Abyss Megaloid's effect to make it attack twice. Let's say we've searched this as well, so it's 32 attacking twice, and then you use Neptabyss effect to bring back a water monster, target an Atlantean monster, so Atlantean marksman, or you know, any other Atlantean you've got in there, dragoons maybe, but you know what I mean. 64 and 18 is 8,200 damage right there. That's without anything else in the equation. It's just absolutely crazy. So that's the main deck cards then, guys. We're using one Elder Entity in order, help get into the XYZ plays. I do have Catastrophe in here, I know. There are other level 5 synchros that could be more help potentially. This is just in here from a long time ago and I've not moved it. Using Gung here, Dragon of the Ice Barrier, so you need a tuner and one or more non-tuner water monsters. Easy done in here. Once per turn you can discard up to 2 cards to the graveyard, target the same number of cards your opponent controls and destroy them. So this is helpful, and it's a double-edged advantage for you, because the monsters that get effects when sent for a water monster effect also work with this as well. So brilliant in that way. Playing one Herald of the Arclight, a little bit of negation, it's a level 4 synchro target. Playing Leo, Keeper of the Sacred Tree. I go into this a lot more than you'd think as well, using Genix Controller and the level 7s. Just because there's a lot of Cosmo, a lot of Blue Eyes, all that sort of stuff floating around when you need a big beater that can just get over those. And obviously can't be targeted by opponent's card effects until your main phase 2. It's great for that sort of stuff. Playing one Meteor Burst Dragon, a bit self-explanatory. One Tatsunoko, so this is just an extension of synchro plays, because this allows you to synchro. It's a tuner synchro, so it allows you to synchro again with a monster in your hand, which a lot of the time can be quite helpful. And I'm playing one Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Non-targeting banishing is just insane, and it's so easy to make in here. XYZ Sent. For the 4s I'm playing Abyss Dweller, because graveyard effects are a pain in the arse. I know obviously you have them with this deck, but yeah, you want to try and negate your opponent's graveyard effects if at all possible, especially seeing as some might be dangerous to you. If you make an XYZ in this deck and you're playing against something like PK Fire or Burning Abyss, it's just a nightmare. So just getting those graveyard effects negated as soon as possible is best. The other 4 I'm playing is 101. Again, flex spot here. You can put whatever rank 4 here you wish, to be honest. It is a water monster, obviously, so you do get the effects when you send in materials from this, and Dweller. That's why I've chosen 101. Castell's a popular choice. It's a wind, I know, but it's a great card. And then I'm playing one number 37 Hope Woven Dragon Spider Shark. That's quite a mouthful. So 2 level 4 water monsters. When any player's monster declares an attack, you can detach a material from this card. All monsters your opponent currently controls lose 1,000 attack until the end of this turn. And when this card is destroyed by a battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, target one other monster in your graveyard and special summon it. So you can only use the effect of number 37 once per turn. But yeah, great card. A little bit of sustenance in there as well, so when it dies you get to special summon another monster. Yeah, that's it for the 4s, guys. And then we're playing 3 7s in Mecha Phantom Beast Draco Sack. So you can special summon tokens with it, which stop it being destroyed. Where you've got a token, you can tribute those tokens or a Mecha Phantom Beast monster to blow up a card your opponent controls. Abyss Guy obviously is just a rank 7 effect negator for all cards that have got less attack than this card, so quite helpful as well. And Big Eye, in my opinion, one of the best rank 7s. Detach a material from it, target a monster your opponent controls and take control of that monster. And this card can't attack the turn you activate that effect. So in terms of the rank 7s, possibly Flare Metal Dragon as another option. you know, there are other 7s and everything out there. There are quite a few flex spots and everything, especially when it comes to the extra deck. It's just the main deck does so much and it puts in so much work that a lot of these choices are quite versatile. As you can all see down here, this is not really a side deck. Like, some will be side deck cards, the mirrors, the decrees, the flying seas sort of thing. But as for these, like, this deck doesn't really set a lot of cards, so if you're playing against something else that's really fast and has got a lot of OTK potential, you can use Gauze. That is an option. It's a level 7, so it helps go into your rank 7 plays as well, along with Teus and Megalo. There is obviously the older builds of Mermails that use Abyss Lind, and they use Abyss Sphere to activate in your opponent's end phase. Then Lind blows up, then you can special summon a Mermail monster. So that is completely up to you. I just find that for this current game and a lot of the matchups, it can be a little bit slow. But yeah, that's it, guys. I mean, this is just my personal take on a fun version of Mermails. It is quite successful, and it is really, really fun to play. You'll all have to let me know, like, what your take on Mermails are, and what you think of the deck in general, and you know, how you feel it performs in terms of you know, games and everything like that. You can put all that in the comment section below, and any feedback and everything was always more than welcome, guys. So what we're going to do in a moment then is just show you a couple of games I had in ranked, just see how we got on there. If you like the video, guys, don't forget to give us a like. And if you do like our channel and our content, then consider subscribing to us, and you can do that via either clicking that subscribe button below this video or clicking the YuGiOh circle at the end of the video as well. Any support and everything from you is always very much appreciated. It just keeps us making these videos for you, bringing any sort of tips, any community information. We take suggestions and everything as well, which is you know, it's pretty awesome. We've had suggestions from people, and we've made deck profiles, you know, in line with those suggestions. So yeah, anything you want like that, guys, always let us know. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Peace. Been out.
you in the danger room.